welcome everyone. It's good to see everybody again and have you with us for live at lunchtime. I'm here with Mr. Tyler. Tyler, you want to say hi? No, he doesn't want to say hi. This is Tyler. He's 20 years old. In case you don't know about him, let me tell you about him really quick. He was one of the caisson horses at Arlington Cemetery, and if you don't know what that is, he was one of the 6 horses that leads procession for a fallen soldier to their final resting place. So he had a very special job, and now he gets to retire here. And he's with our friend Janie over there, who's a rescued thoroughbred. So today, I thought we would focus on a grooming session. That way you can see how we interact with the horses and how they interact with us, and I can give you some fun information and give Tyler some lovin's here. Right, Tyler? You want some lovin's? Yeah. All right, so let's get started. I don't know if you know what the first thing is, but I have my little caddy here full of stuff. See? It's always good to let the horse look at it first, smell it. It's okay that they're curious. It's part of their nature. All right, so let's see. We have a curry, and there are many different types of curries. I like this one. This is my preferable choice. There's also a shedding blade. Now, if it was shedding season, which sometimes still can be shedding season, but right now Tyler is not shedding out. He's already done that, so I'm not going to use this. This is my favorite type of curry. A curry is what you want to use first. Curry brush, and you use it in a circular motion. You don't want to be too hard, you don't want to be too soft. When you're grooming a horse, the important thing is to show your love through your touch, so that they learn to trust you. They learn your touch, they have your smell, they learn who you are, that you're not going to hurt them. Now grooming, let me just tell you how important it is really quick before we continue. Grooming is essential for horse care. And the reason it's essential is, well, there's a few reasons. One, I find it very relaxing for myself. I don't know if any of you out there have ever done it. I find it a very relaxing activity. I love to do it with my own horse, and any horse really. I just think it's just wonderful to do. It builds relationship, which is, I think, one of the most important things. Helps them, like I said, trust you, get to know you. And that you're safe. In the wild, in the herds, the lead horse will always be the one to initiate the grooming. So they'll help groom each other in the wild. So in a sense, right now I'm being the lead horse right now, and he's trusting me to do what I've got to do. So it is essential to make sure that they're clean, that they don't have any marks on them. When you're grooming, and especially if you are a caregiver for your own horse, you know how important it is. You must know your horse's body in its entirety, from front to back, all over, because when you're grooming, you're also checking for any sore spots. You're checking to see that he's not tender, he or she is not tender up here, or they don't have any sores anywhere, that they don't have any bites that you need to tend to. So it's very, very important to groom. For trust building, relationship building, and for their health as well. So I'm going to go in circular motion, and I don't know if you can see it, but all of that loose dirt and hair is starting to come out. And every horse is different. Some horses hate grooming. Some horses love grooming. But I think the horses that hate grooming probably just haven't been touched correctly and haven't been trained well, or maybe their trust just isn't fully there yet. They're a little scared of it, and that's okay. You just, and then if you find that your horse is getting annoyed, like he's nice and relaxed right now, so nothing I'm doing is annoying him. But you can definitely tell when a horse is annoyed, their ears would be back, they'd be trying to get away from you. So if that happens, you want to lighten up your pressure or maybe try something different. You have to watch their body language. That's very important. All right, Mr. Tyler, let's get you cleaned up. Now, he moved because I have treats on the wall, and he knows where they are. Right, Tyler?
That and your smart water over there, too.
Yeah. I know, but you can't have that. No. So we're going around in circles, getting all that dirt out. And this probably feels really good too. If you haven't taken a bath in a while, right, you feel kind of grungy. Got to get all that dirt out from under their fur. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. And you can go under their belly with this very lightly. And of course you would do the other side, but for this purpose I'm going to stay here for now. So when you're done with the curry, anybody have a guess what the next thing is? What do you think, Alex?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
All right, well, we have two.
Are there other brushes, like different types of brushes?
You got it. All right, so Alex, feel these. I'm going to have Alex feel these. What do you notice?
I mean, these bristles are definitely very stiff.
Yep.
This one's a lot softer.
Yep, so there's a hard brush and a soft brush. Hard brush goes first after you curry, so you can take all that loose dirt that you just loosened and brush it away. And you always want to brush in the direction of the fur. Short strokes.
I'd imagine getting the dust and the dirt is important for, I mean, all equines, but especially the gray ones.
Absolutely.
Like Tyler here.
Absolutely. Not only does it help them look pretty, but keeps the bugs and stuff away. Of course, they're going to roll again. See, this is why you have to constantly do it.
Yeah, Tyler definitely likes rolling around in the dirt.
Well, they do that when they're itchy, when they're happy. To get the bugs off, cool off a little bit. Janie agrees. How's that feel, buddy? Huh? Does that feel good? Now the hard brush, if you notice, I'm not running down the legs or the face with the hard brush. The legs and the face, get the soft brush. Usually you work from the neck down. Now I remember back in my younger days, as I was around horses my whole life, when I was taught to groom, my teacher would go around and she would ask us, she would say, okay, after we learned how to groom, she would say, okay, I'm going to come around and check, and I'm going to pat your horse, and if any dust comes out, they're not clean enough.
So like if a cloud of dust just
Yeah.
comes off when you pat them.
Yep. And let me tell you, that took forever because they're always dusty. All right. Don't worry, friends. You may not see it on this side. I will get his other side. You always have to do both sides.
Oh, Sarah Smith just had a very sweet comment. She said, some great training and groundwork and the tools. And I love your attention to calmness and watching the horse's body language. Amazing.
Thank you. That was Sarah?
Sarah, yes.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things when you work with horses is building that trust and relationship with them, which happens on the ground first. If they can't trust you, you can't hop on their back.
Yeah.
So here I'm using the soft brush. Now the soft brush is the purpose of it is to finish it up, make it look sleek and shiny and nice. It probably feels really good. Now he's twitching. He might be a little ticklish. That's okay. That's okay. As you can see, his ears are up. He's not upset. He's not in pain. Now this I can use this is a soft brush, so I can use it on his neck, on his chest. Oh, don't forget, I'm checking everything also. I'm checking to make sure he doesn't have any scratches or nicks on him. So you get his legs.
There's a little stomp there.
Yeah, he's annoyed by the bugs. That's why he's stomping his legs.
He's looking out at something, though.
He sees something
He's
out
just been
there.
staring out his window this whole time.
Now here's something important. Now I've been around horses. You never just want to be flighty around horses. You want to be calm, keep a calm body. You don't put your head by their foot unless you know what you're doing. You never sit down on the ground because if you have to pop back up for any reason, if you're sitting, you can't do that as fast as you would be if I was kneeling. That's why if I'm down here, I'm doing his legs, my head's facing this way, but I can easily pop up if I need to. So you never sit on the ground.
Okay. It's good to know.
All right. So that's that. So you use the curry, the hard brush, the soft brush. Now,
There's more.
there's more. We have this little guy. Very soft. You want to feel it, Alex?
Is this the same as like the larger soft brush?
Yeah,
Oh,
It's even softer. This is for their face.
Oh my gosh.
Their face and their ears.
I want like a sweater made
Yeah.
out of that.
It's like a little
very
baby
soft.
brush.
I wish you could feel the brushes.
Hi, puppy. Hi, honey. Hi, buddy. And you're just very gentle around the ears. Now, he might not want his face brushed. He turned his face away. That's okay. Oh, you want your face brushed? I know my horse loves her face brushed. Oh, yeah, he likes it. He likes it. There we go. You can make sure there's no bugs in their ears. Sometimes their ears get
Ooh.
irritated.
I bet that feels good.
Sometimes you could just take your finger, especially in the summertime, they get those little mats. So you kind of want to take your finger and go inside their ear and got to get all that yucky stuff out. When you're a caregiver to a horse, you can't be afraid to get a little dirty. It's only horse germs, that's what I say. All right.
So is grooming something that should be done like daily?
Yes.
Multiple. Very daily.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely, especially if you're checking their bodies. Body checks are very important every day to do. So after you're done with that, I usually go to the mane and the tail. So as you can see, we have a comb, we have a brush. Doesn't matter what kind of comb brush you use, but this is for the mane and tail. You can get a detangler, special horse hair detanglers. You just want to be gentle. Now, when you're doing their mane, they don't have nerve endings here, so you're not hurting them. You still don't want to like pull and yank on them. That would not be very comfortable. So you want to be gentle. It's just like our hair. When with people with long hair, you have to be careful detangling your hair, making sure you don't break it, right? They have their mane and tail for a reason. It helps keep the bugs away, right? It's necessary for them. So I'm going to go to the other side, and maybe I can get them to turn around. We'll see. Can we turn around, buddy? Huh? Can we? Come here. Can you turn around for Alex?
For all of our viewers.
I know, buddy. He's like, why are you asking me to turn?
I think we can move this.
Maybe you might want to go to the other corner. So I'm just going to start. Now, he's got a very nice mane. Very handsome indeed. He's not very tangled, so I'm just going to be really gentle. And when I come to a tangle, I'm gonna hold it just like I would with you. If you were brushing your hair or combing your daughter's hair or something, you would hold it and gently get the tangles out. I could probably talk about this all day. I love doing this. This is one of my favorite things to do.
I think Tyler's loving this too. Look at that.
You know, he's looking handsome.
You look so handsome. Look at you.
Does anybody have any questions
Yeah,
so far?
if anybody has any questions about this or want to share your experiences, if you have a horse or take care of a horse or in the past. Pamela says he looks so peaceful. He really does.
He does.
He's very much used to people, and he was before he retired here. So we're fortunate in that because
I'm gonna get his
he
little.
loves being around us.
Yeah, I'm gonna get his little forelock here. This is his forelock.
There we go.
We're gonna give him a little mohawk
get
for a
the bangs
second.
area. So Susan asked, how old is Tyler? He's 20.
20 years
20,
old.
yes.
He's a beautiful, very handsome boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes. And we're gonna clean the other ear since I'm on this side. Can I clean your ear? There we go. Yeah. Does that feel good, bud? Get all those yucky stuff out of your ear. Oh yeah.
This is good for bonding too, isn't it?
Very good for bonding. Very good for bonding. You know, right now he's getting to know me. I know I've groomed him once before, but he, he's getting to know my smell. Horses will know you by many of their senses. They know you by sight. They know you by smell. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If anybody's wondering, if you notice, horses do have whiskers. That is for sensing things.
Oh, good timing, because we actually, just as you said that, Don just asked, can you talk about their face whiskers importance?
Oh, sure.
You and Don are on the
Look
same
at that,
level
Don.
right now.
All right, all right.
Perfect.
Well, yes, it's for sensing things. So they have a blind spot right at the end of their nose. They cannot actually see what they're eating. So they use their whiskers to sense things around them and not bump into things, just like cats do. So that's what their whiskers are for. And really, you shouldn't be shaving their whiskers. Some people take it off. But they're there for a reason, right? And some horses, actually, I have not personally seen any up close, but I've seen pictures. Some horses naturally have a mustache. It has to do with their DNA. Some horses get them, some horses don't. Doesn't have to do with gender. It just, sometimes they grow a little mustache.
Where exactly is that placed in, like
right under their nostril.
right under? Okay.
On their muzzle. So it would be like right on their upper lip.
Oh, snack time.
Snack time. So now I'm going to move to his tail. And as you can see, when you walk behind, I'm not going to go behind him right now, but if I were, I would leave my hand on him and walk around. And I'd walk very close, either that or extremely far away. Because horses have a blind spot in front and also in the back, directly in back. So you always want to let the horse know you're there. Now he knows I'm here now. He can see me. So when I do his tail, I'm going to just gently take my hand. I'm going to touch his tail. I'm going to bring it over. And like I said, you want to hold it. You don't want to pull, right? You can use your leg. Just get the knots out. And it takes time sometimes with the tail because they're thick.
Could their tails ever get really tangled while they're out there? Like if they're rolling around and everything?
Oh, definitely. And they can get a little grungy too. Sometimes you got to wash their tails.
A full body shampoo.
Yep. Now, bath time. Horses usually don't need baths. I mean, yes, you can give them a bath. Sometimes it is necessary, but they don't need baths all the time, like we do. But grooming, yes. So, he doesn't have a lot of knots. He's a lucky boy. All right. So lastly, I did the body check. I've used the curry, the soft brush, the hard brush, the hairbrush, the mane and tail is done, the face is done. He wasn't that dirty, so he was pretty good. If they were dirty, this would take a lot longer. And like I said, don't worry, I will do the other side before I leave. Oh, here's something interesting.
Not going to leave him half groomed.
Yes, I promise I won't leave him half groomed. So I thought you guys might want to see this. I'm not going to use it today. This is called a sweat scraper. There are also different types of these. Now, if I were to wet him down, I wouldn't want to just leave him soaking wet. You have to, kind of like a squeegee almost, you have to get the water out from under their fur. So that's what that is. So last step, very important. Always take care and check your horse's feet. Very important to take care of their feet. So their hooves are constantly growing. They constantly need attendance. So you want to make sure there's no rocks or anything stuck in there, that they don't get thrush or any infections. Kind of like our nails, they need to be filed and trimmed every 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. So it's always important when you groom to also check their feet, make sure there's nothing stuck in there. That's what this is for. It's called a hoof pick. A lot of people ask me, does it hurt? It does not hurt. Just like when we clip our nails, it doesn't hurt. It does not hurt to file their nails. And there is, however, a sensitive part of their hoof underneath. That's called the frog. It's a triangle in the middle of their, bless you.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, you heard that?
There's a triangle.
Little dusty with some hay in here.
Yeah. There's a triangle in the middle of their hoof called a frog. That is the sensitive area that you do not want to pick in, so use the brush part for that. All right? So you might want to maneuver
we'll
a little bit, and I'll show you, because everybody's always very interested in what the bottom of a hoof looks like, so I'll show you.
In fact, what we'll do is I'll pick up the camera so we can get a good angle. And Susan, again, you are right on the same wavelength as our viewers right now, because Susan just asked about Tyler's feet. We are just about to get there.
There you go. Now, as you can see in between, I'm just stroking him. I just want him to know that I'm here to help him, to give him what he needs, to give him some love and attention. Right, Janie? I'll give you some attention too. I'll give you attention too, girlie. Janie is on the other side only because she's very curious, and she likes to eat the brushes, I found out.
So we just want to make sure they were being used properly, the brushes.
Yes.
Not as a meal.
Yeah, not as a meal. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so
check out them feet.
when you pick up a horse's foot and you're asking them to pick up their foot, you're not forcing them to do anything, okay? So you're going to run your hand down their leg, you're going to lean in a little bit, and this is telling him, okay, I'm going to pick up your foot. Pick up. You got to lean in. When he does that, you pick it up, support him. Now, as you can see, he's got little pebbles in here. So I'm going to, now I know where the frog is. If you're a beginner, you want to learn how to do this first. Start on the sides. Now this is not hurting him at all, as you can see, otherwise he would be reacting. So I'm going to work
He's standing so still.
I'm going to work to get this yucky stuff out of the, come here, Bubby. He's got a rock stuck right there.
I bet this feels good afterwards.
Oh yeah, I can imagine it must, right? Who wants a rock stuck in your shoe? Nobody. Okay, now he's a little sensitive there, so I'm not going to pick there. But I'm going to use this with a brush.
How could you tell that he was sensitive there?
Because he flinched.
Mm-hmm.
And because I am not a professional, I'm not a farrier, so if he's going to flinch at something, I'm going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So, pick up. Now, as you can see, this side right here, there are some pebbles stuck in there that I'm going to have to work out. But that's what the bottom of the hoof looks like, right there. And that triangle area is the sensitive part. You never want to pick inside that area. Good boy. And usually when you pick hooves, don't ask me the rhyme or reason to it, I don't know, but usually you work from the front, then you do the two back feet, and then you do the other front. So that's what we'll do, right? That's right. But before I continue with his grooming session, which could take a little while if I'm going to do it properly, does anybody else have any other questions or anything they want to ask about Tyler or Janie?
Yeah, we know this is, just our third week doing our live at lunchtimes. Really, this is just a goal to give you guys a casual inside look at stuff at the sanctuary.
Right.
We'll just do these things where we'll just take you into the pastures and just chat, just to show you what kind of goes on here.
Yep, and then it gives you an in-depth look at maybe something, you're getting a more in-depth look at the horses here and their personalities, and getting to know them a little bit in a different way, rather than if you were here walking around. Now you're getting to see them interact a little bit too, and how they are, and each one is different. Each one has their own story, and so sometimes they'll be silly, sometimes they'll be more serious, sometimes they'll be fun, educational. We have a lot of great things on the way, so we hope you're enjoying.
We've got lots of ideas for different things to do, like maybe making horse treats, other things related to holidays or special days coming up. So if you also have an idea of a topic you want us to just chat about during these lives, or something interesting that you think you'd like us to try that's somewhat equine related, like last week we tried some yoga.
Or maybe
that's up on YouTube if you missed it.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you have any ideas, let us know. We'd love to hear them because we want these to be fun for you.
Absolutely. And even if you have any, maybe you're interested in a particular horse here, we'd be more than happy to go more in depth with another horse. So, at the end of your grooming session, you don't have to, but I would recommend giving your horse a treat because they've been so good. I mean, let's face it, I'm always giving treats because I love them so much. But you should always reward your horse and spoil them and make sure they know they're loved. And treats are just a fun way to show that. Now, you have to be careful what treats you give. Some horses can have certain, like some horses can only have low sugar snacks. So you always want to be sure you know the animal, and if it's not yours, you need to ask. But it's always nice to give them a nice little reward and a pet and let them know they've done a good job.
Wouldn't that be nice if every time we went to the salon and got a haircut,
And you're so
We walked away with a treat.
That would be awesome.
Like a cupcake or something. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. I like that idea. I think we started a trend. So I'm gonna give Tyler some treats because he was a good boy. Right? Do you want? No, he heard that bag.
He jerked his head up.
Now, I don't know. For those of you that don't know, most of you probably do. When you feed a horse, like I said, they have that blind spot. Keep your hand flat. Let them smell it. There you go, buddy. There you go. What a good boy. You gonna say hi to everybody? You're such a good boy.
Look how pretty you look.
You look so handsome. Yeah, such a good boy you are. Yeah. You're such a good boy. You are. I don't have any more right now. I give you more later. Yeah, I'll give you more later. Who's a good boy? All right, my friends. Well,
I guess just one thing I'm curious because you brought out a lot of tools. So could you show us again just kind of what
Sure.
the basket typically looks like when you come out to
Absolutely.
groom the horses?
So here's a caddy. And
So
now
you need all this.
you need this and much more. There are a lot of things I'm not showing you. Like there's different, ointments and ways to apply things, and there's a lot of things needed when you are a caregiver to a horse. But I'll show you. I'll just review real quick. So this is a curry. Start with this one. Then you move to your hard brush. Then you move to your soft brush, which you can use all over the body. Then the face brush. Then you get the comb or the hairbrush for their mane and tail and their forelock. And let's see. Where's my hoof pick? And where'd it go? And of course, the hoof pick. Now there are different types of these too. I prefer the one with the brush on the end. That's what I like the best. This is a shedding blade. Right now we don't need it, but if they were really hairy, you would use a shedding blade, get all that loose hair off. And there are different types of these too. I personally love the strip hair. It's all rubber and it's fantastic. I love it. I use it all the time.
Are those really good for like the transition from winter into spring?
Absolutely.
Because if you see all of the horses, they shed a lot over the last few months. Not so much anymore. We're past that, but they were shedding a lot.
Absolutely. And some of them shed a lot more than others, and sometimes it lasts longer. So you have to make sure that that's done for sure. Some of them look like completely different horses in the winter because they grow such hair. Yep. So yeah. All right, buddy. What do you see out there?
Yeah, what's out there?
What's out there, bud?
We can see what Tyler sees.
No,
Not much.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
He sees something or hears something. What a good boy you are.
So I'm curious, when it comes to their mane and their tail, I know they can be cut or trimmed, but what would be reasonings for doing that? It's really just kind of
sometimes
appearance?
Well, a lot of times it's appearance, but we have a few horses here that get super, super hot in the summer, and they have really, really thick manes, and that would sometimes you shave them, or it's called roaching them, so that would keep them nice and cool. You want to try to leave it if you can, but if you can't, and they get super hot, that's also not good for them. So that's why people do that.
So I figured it is just kind of like cutting hair, right? Doesn't hurt them.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Doesn't hurt.
That's good to keep them long.
Yep. And of course, people do like to braid their horse's mane. We might have a spa session coming up soon, where we might braid
we should try different hairstyles.
Yeah, we could do that.
Who do you guys want to see us try different hairstyles on?
Oh, Melanie would be fun because she's got such long.
She does. She's got this beautiful long hair.
All right.
Might do some braiding.
Yeah.
All right. We got to figure out what Tyler's been staring at this whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's Wyatt.
I don't know. What's out there, buddy?
But you look so handsome.
Yeah, he is a handsome boy. I think if I had to assess him, I'd say he enjoyed his session. He is not showing any signs of any sore spots, just ticklish, right? You're ticklish. He's enjoying his snack. His ears are up. He's attentive. He's checking us out. He doesn't have anything that needs to be attended to. right, bud? Good boy.
And don't worry, we'll give Janie some attention as well.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, she's definitely going to want some.
We'll be doing that after this.
I think this is just, if you ever get a chance to learn how to groom, go do it. I recommend it. It's just so much fun, so relaxing. It's good for you, good for the horse. And, I don't know, there's just a magical experience about it, so. All right, everyone. Well, I guess if there are no further questions, we're going to say goodbye for today, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.